That's not metal, that's not metal, that's not metal, you're the broadcast. That's not metal.
Hello everyone, welcome to That's Not Metal, powered by EMP. We're here today at Camden Rocks. I'm Bees, he's Stephen Hill.
Hello.
That's what he is. So we are here because this is kind of the London South by Southwest, and it's about all of the best new bands in Britain being here. We talk a lot about there being a sea change at the minute in UK music.
Yeah.
How would you best describe that sea change?
I think it's the difference between industry-approved, vanilla, bland rock bands that certain indie publications might like, and genuine DIY, underground, interesting, real rock bands that what you used to get in playing Camden week after week in the kind of late 90s when this was the real hub of interesting rock music. I mean, we just seen Chris McCormack and Ginger Wilder walk by. Those guys are characters, and, you know, like, I feel like a lot of the bands that we're going to be seeing today don't really have a lot musically in common, but what they do have in common is those people are characters and they make really real sounding music, which I've missed.
Great cutting edge music all the way. So we're going to bring you 3 of the best new bands in Britain that are playing Camden Rocks today. Here they are. If you've been paying attention to rock music for the last year, the chances are you have heard of Creeper, combining the horror punk of AFI and the attitude and sonic attack of the Misfits with the theatrical splendour of My Chemical Romance and David Bowie. Creeper have spent the last year releasing 3 excellent EPs, not 1, not 2, but 3, and cementing a reputation as one of the country's must-see live bands. That they managed to do all that while looking like Syed Ramones is the cherry on their spooky Sunday. Does it feel to you as if people are responding to harder music again? Like, if you'd have started Creeper 3 years ago, do you imagine that you could or would have had the same impact? Because at the moment, like, I saw you guys at Slam Dunk Festival, I'm sure it'll be the same in there earlier. It was old people, young people, men, women, goths, punks, hardcore kids, metalers. It was like all sorts of everyone. But do you think that would have been possible a couple of years ago?
I feel like a couple of years ago there was a huge like metalcore scene as well.
Yeah,
like, really, really big. And I feel like
big words on t-shirts.
Yeah.
Got ya.
Towards the end of that, everything became so disingenuous that like people turned to things that they were looking for honesty. And I think that's the bout that we're in now. Like, people are looking for honest music, whether it's a punk band or a metal band, as long as it's more like just
the other thing, like, is like I feel like hardcore and punk, like Creeper is kind of a reaction to what was going on in the music scene as well, to a degree, because like everything became so stripped back and all the frills were ripped off of it, and so you have a really straight up punk band to a degree where like it was. You know, I missed some of the frills and the flamboyance of like, you know, bands I grew up with, like TSOL, the Misfits, and all those sorts of people. And so I don't think, I think 2-3 years ago, we were still very much not ready for a band like us.
Who likes riffs? Well, you do. That's why you're watching a video about heavy metal and that. And Counting Days have them by the metric shit ton. Heavier than a bus full of James Cordens, Counting Days are a meld of modern heaviness like While She Sleeps, the punishing grooves of Lamb of God, and the classic heavy of Metallica and Megadeth. Now, stop thinking about a bus full of James Cordens.
And what like you mentioned bands like Machine Head and Slayer. I mean, do you think like if you go back 15 years, the idea of any metal band getting to that size would be absurd? But it feels like now, you know, with the climate is coming back to heavier guitar music being more accepted by the mainstream. Do you have any kind of ambitions to be on the same level as those sort of bands?
Yeah, of course, man. I think most bands want to be the biggest band in the world.
They'd never say it.
They'd never say it, but we will. I mean, it's not something we'd turn down, but yeah, I think we'd love to be where Slayer are in 20 years or 30 years or whatever it is.
And I think those bands are really good examples of what you can achieve by sort of never compromising, you know? Like, they are just flat out heavy, hard bands, and look at the venues they play. So, you know, it's a great thing for us to aspire to, I think.
Zokes are as hard to describe as what's going on in this picture. I mean, what the hell is going on in this picture? There's a touch of Billy Talent in there. Their singer shares the same school of melody as Jason from Let Live, but they are bringing a shit ton of fun back to hard rock music. Nope, not that sort of fun. Definitely not that sort of fun, but actual playful use of instruments and a big old party vibe, and that's what makes Zokes. Yeah, here they are, Zokes. I can hear it from like the fact that it's quite bouncy, and it's super melodic and abstract, but like even still, like
it's just us putting on a show and just being more theatrical without having the gimmicks, and just having a good time. And the sound is...
How would you describe your stage show theatrically then? Because my mate described it as like Adam feels like he's everyone's best mate in the room by 5 minutes into the show.
And that is true.
Yeah.
Like when I'm there, I'm like, thank you for coming. Your quality.
Yeah.
Let's have a boogie. Let's just do our thing.
So you actually go out and physically make people boogie as well, yes?
Just have a dance.
Yeah.
Loosen up. It's a goddamn rock show. Just, you paid to come here. Just do your thing, you know? I remember one time we played a show with Moose Blood in Raw Blue Last a couple of years back.
Okay.
And I came outside and this guy comes up and he goes, I've never heard of you guys before. You remind me of like Mars Volta meets Beyonce. And I was like,
see? I told you it's impossible to describe
that's
him.
just the craziest thing ever. But if you're into it, I'll take it.
That's it for today's videos. We are That's Not Metal, powered by EMP. Don't forget you can subscribe to our podcast on iTunes and SoundCloud. A new episode drops every single Friday. We will keep you up to date with the very best in rock and metal from around the world and in the UK every Friday on That's Not Metal, powered by EMP. See you there.